What's going on, everybody, and welcome into the Point After with Mitch Kaiser. I'm your host, Mitch Kaiser. Happy Monday. Happy post-Super Bowl day. Coming to you. Got a bonus Super Bowl review episode for you today. I know we only talk primarily college football on this show, but we're gonna dip into the NFL game a little bit today. Briefly, just talk about last night's game. Not a whole lot to talk about. We won't spend too much time on the game. Obviously, we all saw what happened. The Seahawks kind of rolled the Patriots 29-13 there in a game that almost started to get close in the fourth quarter, but before a costly interception that kind of wrapped it up for the Seahawks. Again, 29-13, Seattle wins their second Super Bowl in franchise history over New England with Drake Maye. Tough performance from him there against Seattle's defense. Still proud of Drake, nonetheless. Obviously tough defense, the best defense, one of the best I've ever seen. Briefly talk about the game last night for about 10 minutes here, and then get you guys out of here. But yeah, no, that was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen in the NFL. Ever seen in the Super Bowl, for sure. I mean, that I don't know where that Seahawks defense ranks all time, but it's up there for sure. I mean, the studs they have on defense, 6 total sacks, Devon Witherspoon, Julian Love interception, Riley Mills had a sack, my guy Kobe Bryant with a couple pass breakups from Cincinnati, Josh Jobe was in the mix. Just an insane secondary from the Seahawks. Devon Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, 2 of the best corners in the whole NFL. You had Byron Murphy recovering a fumble. DeMarcus Lawrence got a sack in there. I mean, just an unreal performance. The Patriots O-line was outmatched. Drake Maye was outmatched, especially the left side of the interior line for the Patriots with the two rookie linemen on there, Will Campbell at left tackle and Jared Wilson at left guard. So they might need to revamp the left side of the line a little bit. I know Campbell was their 4th overall pick, still a rookie. So was obviously Jared Wilson. So they're still young, 2 young guys, got a lot of room to grow still, a lot of development to do. But yeah, that kind of showed the discrepancy in talent there of Seattle's pass rush versus New England's O-line, which was not a good line all season. I don't think people talked about it enough, which I kind of give Drake Maye a lot of credit for that because he was running for his life all season and nobody really talked about it, like how bad the Patriots O-line was. Everyone talked about how bad the Chargers O-line was and Justin Herbert running for his life, but Drake Maye was doing the same thing for most games of the season. And obviously this game was a lot of it was on Drake, a lot of it was on the O-line, and a lot of it was on the receivers for not really getting open. A couple drop passes, couple fastballs that Drake should have used a changeup on probably, and he was just sped up all night, just sped up out of a rhythm all night. Didn't really get anything going to the fourth quarter. And I thought we were actually going to get like a Tom Brady like fourth quarter comeback from Drake, and I thought that was going to be his ascension into GOAT status, like Brady, like when Brady won his first Super Bowl in his second season for the Patriots against the Rams back in, what was that, like 2002? But anyway, I thought he was shaping up for that after Drake threw that first touchdown pass to Mac Hollins. There was like 12 minutes left, and they got the ball back and was kind of driving before that costly interception, which I don't really know what Drake was seeing on that one. Obviously, that was a rough read. I don't know if he saw all the DBs down there because it was like triple coverage. So 2 interceptions for Drake, 2 fumbles, 1 lost fumble, again, sacked 6 times. Like, obviously, that was the toughest defense he's ever faced. I think this was a learning experience for Drake overall, and where he'll get better because of this game. He will be better in the long run because of this game, and but no, definitely a learning experience, and was not on his game. Kind of all playoffs. Quick box score read for Drake: 27 of 43, 295 passing yards. But I don't think the passing yards tell the full story because like a lot of those were in garbage time in the fourth quarter where they're just coming back, and he had like, I want to say he had 48 passing yards at halftime, like 6 of 11 for 48 passing yards, and that was more on par for the game. 5 carries for 37 rushing yards. Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson could not break out for any long carries. They both had 20 rushing yards on 7 carries only. Each of their longest carries was 6 and 9 yards respectively. And Stephon Diggs was not, couldn't get open a whole lot. 3 catches, only 37 yards. Matt Collins was kind of the only receiver who did anything downfield with the long touchdown pass there. And then on Seattle's side, quick box score for them. Kenneth Walker was the MVP. Well-deserved. I thought he deserved Super Bowl MVP. He really kept their offense in rhythm and opened up the offense for Seattle running on the outside here. Like, they could not stop him on outside zone carries. I don't know how many times they hand the ball off to Kenneth in the flat and just it felt like a first down 10-yard carry every time, and that just got Seattle moving and kept them above the chains. Kenneth Walker finished with 27 carries for 135 yards. Just phenomenal stuff in a Super Bowl. 2 catches for 26 yards as well. And Sam Darnold, I thought, was okay. I thought he was good, not great. Like, he did what he needed to do to win this game, and obviously is a Super Bowl champion now for forever. So, really silenced the doubters and proved people wrong. So, really happy for Darnold. Proud of him. I was a big fan of him in college, going back to USC days. I thought he was going to be unreal in the NFL. I think he was my QB2 that draft. Maybe my QB1. I would have to go back and look. That was a good draft class with Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Darnold, and then Josh Rosen at 10, and then Lamar. Obviously, Lamar was at like 20. But Darnold finished with 19 of 38 for 202 passing yards and 1 touchdown. Only got sacked once. Thought he really made good decisions with the ball. Couple of throws he missed, which it's funny. The score actually could have been a lot higher, a lot worse. He missed a couple long balls that probably could have scored more touchdowns for Seattle, and it probably could have been like 40-13 if we really boil it down. So, couple missed throws by Darnold, but again, that doesn't matter right now because he's hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. So, good for Darnold. Again, proud of him. Just an all-time resiliency story in sports to teach us all to never give up and never give up on your dreams, because Darnold was drafted 3rd overall to the Jets, failed there. We all know he almost flamed out of the league and was bounced around to the Carolina Panthers, San Francisco 49ers. The Vikings didn't want to re-sign him, and now he's a Super Bowl champion in Seattle for forever. So really cool comeback story, a great resiliency story, and just inspiring figure for sports and for us everywhere. So, because so many people gave up on him after the first few seasons in the NFL, and it just shows that if you really work at it and keep going, you can achieve it. So, happy for Darnold, and excited to see what he can keep his career into moving forward in Seattle. So, also thought the MVP could have gone to Jason Myers, their kicker. 5 for 5 field goals. He was key for them just getting a lead early on. They got to 12-0 before, got to 19-0 before New England even scored. So it was kind of funny how many field goals. It felt like they were just only going to kick field goals all game and wasn't going to score any touchdowns. But I wouldn't have argued if Myers won Super Bowl MVP as well. But I do think K-Dog ultimately deserved it as the running back. Cooper Kupp wins his 2nd Super Bowl, one on the Rams a few years ago, and now with Seattle. 6 catches, 61 yards. He was key on some big 3rd downs to pick up the first and move the chains. AJ Barner had a touchdown. Shout out him. 4 catches, 54 yards. JSN, 4 catches, 27 yards. He got hurt for a little bit, so he didn't really have a huge stamp on this game, but JSN was arguably the best receiver in football all season, so just a elite level pass catcher and elite out in the open field. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got there. Defensively, like I said, this was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen in the NFL. Probably the best defense I've seen in a Super Bowl game. So that might be on par with the Broncos Panthers from, I think that was 2014, where the Cam Newton game, where Peyton Manning's final Super Bowl. But yeah. So that's all I got on Seattle. Again, congrats to them in their 2nd Super Bowl in franchise history. Again, happy for Sam Darnold to prove all the doubters wrong, and just keeps going now. So happy for them, and congrats on an unbelievable season. So, all right, now that's pretty much all I got on the Super Bowl game itself. Want to shout out Drake Maye again. Super proud of Drake and the season he had. He should not hang his head. He should keep his head high and look to the future and look to get better. You know, that's the goal of all this, is how to become your best self and be as good as you can be in the league, and be a good teammate and be a good leader. And I have no doubt in my mind he'll be back in the Super Bowl and he'll win one. He'll win multiples in his career, and I do think Drake will win an MVP or two as well. Thought he deserved it this year, if I'm being honest, but obviously we saw what happened last night, so he's got to get back in the lab. Just was a little out of rhythm. It did look like the shoulder injury was affecting him a little bit. They did say Drake had an injection in his throwing shoulder before the game, so I do wonder how much that hampered him in the game. But either way, I don't think the Patriots were winning this one any way you spin it, but that's how good that Seattle defense was. They had 4 first downs in the first half and 6 punts. I mean, that shows right there. So, but again, proud of Drake. Can't win them all. Was super, super awesome that he even got to the Super Bowl in his second season. I mean, how many quarterbacks can say they've even made a Super Bowl? So, but yeah, you hope he doesn't become the Joe Burrow and Dan Marino now to never make it back. So, no, I'm confident Drake will get back and win one, and I think it's just getting started in New England. And they really overachieved this year. I think people need to remember that Drake Maye overachieved immensely this season. I think their win total was 7.5, and they were coming off a 4-13 season where they had the number 4 overall pick. So nobody expected, honestly, either of these two teams to be in the Super Bowl, especially the Patriots. So to turn around and go 14-3 after a 4-13 season, just incredible stuff, and shows the leadership and poise from Drake in the locker room, and shows what they can become, because I truly believe that's the worst you'll ever see of Drake Maye in the playoffs, and that's the worst he'll ever play in a Super Bowl. So, again, proud of Drake Maye and the player he's developed into, the quarterback he is in New England, and it's just the beginning for him. Just the beginning for him, and no doubt he'll win a Super Bowl someday. So that's all I got for you guys today on the